Hello, Internet. Hey, everybody. My name's Micah. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Today, I just want to read some interesting thoughts to you. Some of the stuff I read somewhere, some that I've picked up, some of it's my own thoughts, but I hope you enjoy. Imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Now imagine what it was like to wake up having never gone to sleep. You are an aperture through which the universe observes itself. We're all just antenna picking up the consciousness. Your life has never been not now. Your life will never be not now. Are you making the present moment into an enemy some way, internally, always grabbing at the next thing? The real secret of life is to be here now, to be completely engaged in what you are doing. And instead of calling it work, realize that this is play. Reincarnation is real. You may have lived 10 lives. You may have lived 100 lives. Until you learn to live a life without any hate or greed, you will continue to be reincarnated on this earth. Once you learn to live a life without any hate or greed, your soul will be allowed to transcend and play with the adults in the cosmos. We're all little germs buzzing around in the petri dish that is the cosmos. We're dirt animated by the sun, undergoing a continuous replication and rebirth of ourselves by consuming other living things. Like a dancing flame consuming fuel and oxygen to sustain itself, we consume either plant matter or meat, which was created from other plant matter. Do you ever wonder how a cow turns grass into juicy steak? Grass is just cellulose. It's carbohydrates, no different from sawdust. But when the cow eats the grass ferments in the cow's 4 stomachs, and bacteria in the stomachs eat the grass and multiply. The endless supply of bacteria is eventually consumed and metabolized by the cow, and bacteria is 4% protein. That's right, filet mignon is made of bacteria, and so are you. There are more cells of bacteria in you than there are cells of you. In fact, the mitochondria that gives energy to every cell in your body, except red blood cells, is itself an ancient bacterium, an ancient form, and at one point suddenly coexisted with cells. Mitochondria even has its own DNA. I read in a book called Sapiens that we rose to the top of the food chain extremely quickly. Tigers, sharks, and bears all evolved into their spot on the food chain over millions of years. They're quite comfortable with their spot on the food chain. We humans used to be at the bottom, last bottom feeders, waiting our turn after hyenas and even vultures for our turn to pick up the scraps and bones. This is a reason humans are innately insecure. We can be warriors. Building up confidence takes practice. Our confidence comes from our behavior, from the actions we take. For instance, talking to strangers or people we're attracted to. It's not the response that increases our self-esteem, but our own behavior. This in turn reinforces our self-esteem, making it easier the next time, or a little harder if we beat ourselves up for not doing it. All things boil down to either love or fear. It's always one or the other, no matter what. Choose love. Especially when it's hard to. That's when it's most important, after all. I hope you like that. I love you guys out there. Say I love you to somebody. Give somebody a hug. Give somebody a compliment. Leave the world just a little bit better. Try and wear a smile, even when it's hard. It'll make you feel better. Peace, love, and positivity.